Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to go through a pretty simple system that I've been setting up using Google Gemini where you can start uploading your winning ads to get a pretty in-depth analysis on not only why they are working, but also um, ideas on ways you can iterate based on those winning factors. We also go through how we basically reverse engineer and break down competitor ads as well, and how we use that analysis into rewriting their scripts for our product, and also basically just using their analysis or their winning ad analysis and incorporating elements of that into new iteration ideas for our winning ad. And a lot of this came off the post that I read from David Herman a couple of weeks ago, where he basically just goes through his system for uploading winning ads into Google Gemini, where obviously Google Gemini is one of the few platforms where you can actually upload videos and get the LLM to read that. So he basically goes through saying how he uploads top spending creatives into Google Gemini, along with the, I guess, performance data here in terms of like thumb stops, CVR, CPA, etc., and then asks for reasons why it thinks the video is performing, and then has it give out the explanation, and then it will also spit out kind of like 4 or 5 headlines that he uses to tweak. And this is really good, and I wanted to kind of like just build upon this a little bit more. So what I've been doing is I've been building everything out just inside of a very simple Google Sheet for now, and then obviously using Google Gemini for the actual analysis, and then pretty much just trying to SOP this system out a little bit where you can just kind of like follow along and just copy and paste. So I figured I'll just go through this and show you guys what this looks like. It's really simple. It's a 3-part SOP where we start by analyzing the winning ad that we have. So in this case, we would just take the winning ad and we would upload that to Gemini along with this prompt right here, which I basically just had ChatGPT create for me. I basically just wanted it to, or basically ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt where we have it break down a winning ad based on a lot of factors that I wanted to see. So I wanted it to give me like the awareness level the ad is targeting, some recommendations in terms of like how we could potentially broaden that hook for a different, more kind of like top of funnel audience. We also have it recommend some low-hanging fruit opportunities, the actual hook, voiceover, the visual of the hook, what desire the ad is hitting, what underlying fears, pains, and aspirations, the emotional payoff, belief shifting, rapport building, problem redefinition, mechanism as the hero. We have it kind of like structure out the script in terms of like a actual framework. Couple of variation strategies in terms of like how we can create new iterations off of the winning ad, other expansion opportunities, and then the full transcript at the bottom. So inside of Google Gemini, I basically just took this ad right here.
The number one lie about light therapy. Dry skin was used in studies to control variables, but it's not the best for results. The Light Boost Face and Neck Serum is different, specifically formulated to enhance light therapy effects while targeting aging. Growth factors support collagen, while multi-peptides firm and brighten. Your face and neck deserve better than outdated protocols.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. We then, like I said, just copy and paste the entire prompt right here, which I just added in like this, just the entire thing. And then you start getting this really nice breakdown, right, from Gemini, where it tells us that the hook is targeting awareness level, solution aware audience based on the awareness level and the reason why. So in this case, the ad doesn't really try to sell the concept of light therapy itself. It assumes the viewer already knows what an LED mask is, believes in its potential benefits like anti-aging, skin rejuvenation, and may even own one. The entire premise is built on disrupting the established how-to for a solution they all are already sold on. So the ad's goal is to make them product aware of the SolarWave serum as the, I guess, like essential missing piece to their existing solution to work better. And I completely agree with that. So yeah, Really good stuff. And then we basically just go through the entire prompt. And then what I'm doing is I'm basically just mapping everything out inside of Google Sheet right here, just so everything's really clean and organized. And also just mapping everything for later analysis if needed. So we have the broader hook recommendations right here. So to target a more top of funnel audience, we could maybe go for like a problem aware audience where they are aware of wrinkles and dullness but not really light therapy. So the hook needs to shift from the method to the problem. So the original hook, which is hitting a solution aware market or audience, is the number one lie about light therapy, while a broader hook, which could be like for a problem aware audience, could be that expensive anti-aging cream you're using, it might be useless without this one extra step. So it captures the anyone invested into anti-aging and then introduces light therapy and the serum as the powerful combo they've been missing. I think that's really good, right? That is one potential way that you could broaden this potential ad up to a more kind of like top of funnel, in this case, problem aware audience. So I really like that. We then get the hook voiceover, which is obviously the number one lie about light therapy. We get the hook visuals. We get the desire, so the desire to feel intelligent and in control of one's aging process. The underlying fear or pain, in this case, the deep frustration of investing time, money, and hope into a high-tech beauty device only to experience mediocre results. We then have the aspiration, the true emotional payoff. We have some belief shifting going on, so like what the core belief challenge was. So in this case, it's to get the best results, you have to use light therapy on clean, dry skin, but we basically dismantle this, or the ad dismantles this by avoiding calling the old belief wrong. Instead, it just reframes it as, I guess, incomplete or suboptimal for results. So it's a really clever way of not just like discarding their beliefs entirely, but pretty much just like reframing it to basically explaining it as simply not the best or most optimal way of doing it. And I really like that a lot. We then go into how the ad does rapport building, how it redefines the problem. So in this case, the old problem is my skin is aging and my light therapy mask isn't working as well as I hoped. While the new solvable problem is your light isn't penetrating effectively because your skin isn't properly prepped. So it's a problem of mythology. So this shift is powerful because the new problem is not the viewer's fault and it's easily fixable with this one product, which in our case, or in this ad's case, is what they're selling. So I really like that as well. Then it just goes into how the ad explains the unique mechanism. And then we just have the script framework broken down by kind of like in a modular fashion. So we go from hook or problem into agitation, belief shift, into the product intro, into the mechanism, into the benefit 1, benefit 2, the emotional payoff or call to action, pre-frame, and then the final call to action. We then basically have we have Gemini recommend a couple of variation strategies on how to create new variations of this ad. So in this case, we have the wasted money angle, where the hook visual plus voiceover is open a calculator app showing $5.99, which is the price of a popular mask. A hand comes in and aggressively deletes it, typing in 50, with the voiceover being if you're using your LED mask on dry skin, you might as well have paid this much for it. And honestly, I liked it a lot. I thought that one was pretty good. The angle here is focused on the financial pain of owning an expensive tool, but only getting a fraction of its value. And I mean, I definitely feel like that's a very valid case where people are buying expensive tools, expensive treatments, but they aren't really getting the full value out of it, and then they get super frustrated based on that. So I feel like this is a really good recommendation, actually. Then here we have like the dermatologist secret angle, hook visual plus voiceover, UGC style video. I'm a cosmetic nurse. I'm going to tell you the number one reason why my patients at home light therapy isn't working. I like that, really good. The side-by-side angle, split screen, left side is labeled 30 days mask only, the right is 30 days mask plus serum. Again, really solid kind of like comparison video concept, and I really like this. Thought this was really, really strong. It then goes into recommending 2 different avatars that we could potentially hit. So in this case, the post-procedure patient, someone who has recently had professional treatment and wants to maintain and enhance the results at home. And then the busy mom, the avatar values time and efficiency. Don't have time for a 20-minute light therapy session. This makes a 10-minute session twice as effective. I think this one as well was really solid. We then go into new awareness levels to target. So in this case, potentially problem aware could be one, where they are aware of wrinkles but not the solution. So the hook here could be why your skin is aging faster than it should be, even with expensive creams. And then for an unaware audience, so they're not even thinking about skin aging as a problem, the hook could be something like, if you're over 30, your skin has already started losing this vital protein. Again, really solid. Really, honestly surprised by how good Gemini is at kind of like breaking these ads down, and also giving really solid suggestions as to new iterations to test. Then at the very bottom, we just have the full transcript right here with any on-screen text and the voiceover just broken down beat by beat. And that's pretty much it for step 1 inside of the SOP. Then we go over to step 2, which is basically analyzing a competitor winning ad. So we basically just want to identify what makes the competitor ad creative successful and extract any elements from that into our ad potentially, and just do an analysis on that. So same thing, we just upload the competitor ad into Gemini and then have it run the exact same analysis, and then just compare the breakdown to ours. So like, is there anything in the emotional desire that they focus on versus what we do? Like, what mechanism or belief shifts are driving their proof? How do they do their visuals and the pacing, and does it differ from ours? Basically just copy and paste the output into the spreadsheet so you can compare. So in that case, where was it? Yeah. In that case, I took this ad from, what was the brand called? From Aramore Skincare. So I just uploaded this ad right here.
The scariest thing about this filter is that dermatologists have come out and said that it is incredibly accurate. Hard pass. Look, aside from giving me an absolute jump scare, this filter really got me on the hunt to find the best skincare out there. We're talking rooted in science, clinical results, the real deal. You guys, I did the work and I think I found the best of the best.
Really strong ad, really strong hook as well. So basically just had it run the exact same analysis for this competitor ad, but I just told it that we don't really need like variation strategies, new avatars, or new awareness levels to target, because this is a competitor ad and we don't really need that, because we're just going to analyze their ad. We don't really need to break it down further for them. So then I basically just went through the exact same thing. I captured the awareness level and the reason why, and then obviously we go through the hook voiceover, we go through the hook visual, what desire the ad is hitting, again, underlying fears, aspirations. Just go through the exact same analysis again, right? And it gives some really, really solid insights into breaking it down again. So I definitely recommend you, like, not just copy and pasting from Gemini, but actually going through, reading this stuff. And it just gives you a really deep and solid understanding of why this ad is working. And this was obviously one of their top running ads in ad library, so it's clearly working for a reason. So kind of like breaking down ads in this matter really helps understand why it's so successful. We pull the unique mechanism, the script framework again, so hook problem, agitation, the quest, discovery, solution intro, belief shift, mechanism reveal, social proof, testimonial, personal experience, and then call to action with a risk reversal. Then we have the script again right here, and everything's just like neatly organized inside of the sheet. Then we go to, so at this point you now have the your own analysis of a winning ad and a competitor's winning ad broken down into identical structures, perfect for side-by-side creative dissection. Then for step 3, we basically just want to start generating some takeaways and new ad concepts from the competitor ad and distilling them into our structure and ways of we can iterate based on what worked for their ad. So then we run this prompt right here where we basically just want to grab takeaways from the competitor ad, summarize what made their ad work, the hook construction, emotional desire, how they built their trust, visual rhythm, mechanism proof, any other creative tropes or metaphors, blah, blah, blah. We also have it recommend new ad concepts based on the competitor. So using the insights above, generate 1 or 2 new ad concepts for our product. Each should include the ad concept name, the hook, voiceover and visual, the narrative flow, the emotional promise, visual treatment, belief shift statement, and then a call to action. Then lastly, we just have it rewrite the competitor script for our product. So we take the competitor script, we rewrite it so it fits our product, mechanism, and emotional promise. Then we just have some rules in terms of like, it should keep the same overall structure, maintain the same emotional tone, preserve the belief architecture, translate their proof moments into our proof system, and then integrate our product's mechanism and benefits naturally. And then we just copy and paste, again, that prompt right here. So you just analyze both of our ad and a competitor's ad. Now do detailed synthesis, including and then the prompt. And that gives us this. So first we get the takeaways from the competitor ad. So in this case, what made their ad work? In this case, the hook construction, it weaponized a viral trend. So the age filter and immediately attached high stakes to it by invoking authority. Dermatologists actually say that that filter is accurate. So that kind of like scares the viewer that like, oh shit, this filter is actually what I'm going to look like, right? So really interesting. The visual is a jarring side by side that forces an emotional reaction before the user can even process the words. Emotional desire and belief shift, it transformed the viewer's raw fear of aging into a quest for a credible solution, some trust and relatability. The visual rhythm and pacing, the ad is 100% raw UGC, the pacing is conversational, not frantic, uses simple, almost rudimentary graphics that feel more like helpful educational tools than slick marketing, which enhances their credibility, which I really agree with. It's very like basic, very simple, but strong ad, right? And then in terms of like mechanism proof, the proof was an overwhelming show of force. They didn't just mention science, they name dropped Harvard and MIT scientists. The mechanism NAD Plus was positioned as the be-all, end-all for longevity, elevating it from simple ingredients to a fundamental life molecule. And then we have it give some new ad concepts based on kind of like all of the analysis that we did. So in this case, the first ad concept was the wasted money deep dive. I'm about to tell you why your expensive light therapy mask might only give you 10% of the results you paid for. And the visual is a UGC shot of a creator looking frustrated at her reflection in the hand mirror with a expensive looking LED mask sitting on the counter next to her. A text overlay shows $5.99 ? Then it just goes through the entire narrative flow. Goes through the belief shift statement right here, some problems, adaptation, the product intro, benefit, mechanism proof, CTA. Yeah, just tons of different ways to basically incorporate the winning factors from the competitor ad into our ad. Then it does the same thing just with another concept. So in this case, the insider secret reveal. The voiceover is, if you use a LED mask, I need you to stop what you're doing and listen. There's a reason the in-office treatments work so much better. Really like this one as well, really strong. And then lastly, we have it rewrite the competitor script for our product, right? So in this case, the video opens with a split screen. Top, a face with dull skin, fine lines visible. Bottom, the creator looking fresh and glowing. And then the voiceover is, the scariest thing I learned about light therapy is that most people are using it in a way that is scientifically proven to be less effective. Hard pass. So it really tries to copy and utilize the script as the competitor reference ad is using, right? So yeah, this is pretty much the entire flow. And then you can obviously, like, this was just for one winning ad and then a competitor ad, but you can duplicate this setup and do it for as many ads as you want, and then basically just have a ton of new ideas, not only on scaling out your current ad into new potential awareness levels to hit or new avatars, but also new iteration ideas based on winning ads from a competitor, right? So yeah, very simple, very easy way to use AI without kind of like building end-to-end flows or like building all these crazy agents. This is literally just a Gemini flow, prompts, and a Google Sheet. So I really think that you guys could use something like this and yeah, get a lot of benefit out of this. So yeah, I think that was it for this one, guys. Hope you guys found this helpful. Peace.